Tucker. Oh my god! Yeah, fully. Like right down to my hip. Yeah. Hey Tucker, give me my fish back. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, February 23rd. I'm just at my sister's house doing a little bit of studying. You can see Bear in the background there. I just came to let him out and hang out with him because my sister and her fiance are both at work all day, so it's just nice to come over and let Bear outside, just play with him a little bit. He's a sweetheart. There's been like a couple things on my mind that I thought would be a good things to talk about on here. I just finished my reading week, so I'm back in class now. It was really nice to have a break. I had all of my midterms beforehand, so I didn't actually really have to do any schoolwork last week, which was great. I could have done more than I did, but I took it to rest and I think I really needed it. And then this past weekend, I went on a fishing trip just up to Bark Lake. It has a really close place in my heart, and I put some clips of that in the beginning of this video. Did lots of fishing though, lots of time outside. The weather was incredible. I'm just grateful that we were able to go on our trip. It's not like far, like it's just 3 hours away. So we just drove there and we didn't have to come in contact with anyone. So yeah, I'm feeling really good after that trip. And this morning I used the infrared sauna, which was lovely. It made me feel really good. Then I had a nice bath to start off my day and just like detox my skin. Then I had class at 10 o'clock. I did a little upper body workout after class, had some lunch, and now I'm gonna do some studying with Bear. There's just a couple things that I felt like touching on. Since my trip, having the week off reminded me how important it is to keep yourself living in the present moment, focused on what's in front of you, not what's in the past or in the future that might be stressful. I really just took that week off and it was lovely. I did things for myself and things that I wanted to do. If you have a place to go to that you love, whether it's like by the water or somewhere in the woods or like out in nature, somewhere that you love, Bear. Somewhere that you love out in nature that you can go to and feel grounded and just bring yourself back to the present moment and remember that the world around you is so powerful and incredible that your problems, although they seem like they may have control over so much in your life, they really are smaller than you think, and you have more power over them than you think, and there's more important things around you to be positive about and grateful for. Of course, it's important to be sad and feel the feelings you need to feel when you're going through something, but just immersing yourself in nature and taking in the view, I don't know, it just does wonders for me. It makes me feel so much better, and I just feel so peaceful out in nature, and I just feel so strongly connected to it that's my way of bringing myself back into the present moment when things are stressful. So I really needed that after exams and just like kind of dealing with anxiety and stress and stuff like that. I think the power of grounding yourself is incredible, especially when you do it and surround yourself with people that you love and people that you cherish your time with and make memories with. In the summertime, grounding yourself by sitting in the grass or taking your shoes off and running on the beach. Like, that stuff sounds silly, but it's so important. Maybe you ground yourself by meditating. You can be grounded when you go on a long nature walk. Maybe it's an activity outside like fishing or a sport or whatever it is for you. Once you find something that makes you feel so present and happy and just releases all those good hormones and all those good feelings in your body, hold on to it, because it's so powerful. It has the power to totally change the way you look at things and remind you to take things one step at a time. Yeah, I just wanted to have a little chat about that. So another thing I wanted to touch on, which this is definitely a bit more of a sensitive topic, so I didn't want to go too in depth, but I think it's important to talk about. So I haven't prepared for this conversation at all. It was just kind of on my mind, so I wanted to mention it. It's kind of inspired by a podcast I listened to this morning. I was previously thinking about talking about this in a video, but wasn't sure how to approach it, and then this podcast kind of inspired me to just turn on the camera and just give it a go. So it was Tori DeSimone's podcast, Manifest, her most recent episode, and she talks about diet culture. I think she goes through like 12 diet rules that she cut out of her life and how it improved her quality of life and the way she thinks about food. I am not a professional. I don't want to give any advice here. I just want to talk. I think it's really important to know that what your body wants and desires, the foods that it wants and the workouts that it wants, it's telling you that for a reason. So it's craving those things because that's what it needs. Of course, like if you're craving junk food or fast food or chocolate, your body doesn't need that. But at the same time, if you find a healthy balance, giving yourself the grace to go ahead and eat whatever you want, I honestly think that in return, your body will feel better because it's helping your mind. I think eating healthy and working out is great, but you have to figure out what works for you. What I'm trying to get at is it's important to be careful what content you're taking in. Take a look at your phone and your social media and get rid of the things that don't make you feel good. When I go on my Instagram, I want to be inspired to do something good, try something new. I don't want to feel bad about myself. I don't want to take in toxic information telling me to live a certain way that doesn't apply to my lifestyle or that isn't realistic. I think it's important to look at that. And if you're someone like me who watches YouTube, watch a lot of female vloggers, and I like lifestyle vlogs, I like seeing what people are doing in their day, I like seeing people's routines. I avoid watching things like, there's a lot of videos called What I Eat in a Day. Those videos specifically are showing what this person eats from when they wake up to when they go to bed. So immediately when you're watching that, you are no longer focused on what they make for breakfast and what they make for dinner, but it's how much they're eating. And I think that can be extremely toxic. It's messed with my head in the past, and I think that as soon as you watch something like that, you often go, okay, well, she's this size, she eats this food and this much of this food, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just don't think that that's the way that anyone should compare. It's important to try and be inspired rather than comparing and making judgments. So I wanted to talk about that because I think there's so much in the media that is extremely toxic when it comes to diet culture. I think it's important to recognize what content makes you feel good and what people make you feel good. Sometimes I go through a phase of not going on social media just because it can be full of all kinds of unrealistic things that can get to your head. So I just wanted to say that I think we all deal with it to an extent, regardless of your gender or your age. For me personally, something that I'm really grateful for that helped me kind of change my attitude with food was being diagnosed with Lyme disease and reoccurring mono and just having a weak immune system. I know how important it is for me to eat healthy foods and to eat an abundance of those. And if I get hungry, I get lightheaded and I'm not confident that I can make it through the day without enough water. And that has encouraged me to actually find the amount of food that makes me feel good and what food makes me feel good. Solely going off the way my body feels, not the way it looks, not the way other people think it looks, just how I feel in my body. I know I'm blabbering on, but I just wanted to talk about this because I just think that some people could maybe need to hear it. Do what makes you feel good and what makes you happy. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do some homework. Just try and be grounded and eat lots of food. That's what I have to say today. I just took Max for a little walk through the woods before I fed the horses, so I'm just waiting for the horses to finish up their grain, and then I'm gonna head inside, have some dinner, and I have class at 5:30, and I'm sure I'll make another video later this week. I have a few different ideas, so please subscribe if you would like to see that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little chat today and just talking about a few different things that were on my mind and the clips from my reading week. I really wanted to capture some things and put a few clips together just for my memories. I also posted some stuff on my Instagram if you want to see more. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.